What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Narik Chase channel. I'm your boy Narik Chase, and in this video, we are going to be doing another head-to-head. We're going to be continuing on with our series of Alien vs. Predator. No, not the film Alien vs. Predator, but the actual films. Aliens versus Predator 2, which is going to be this video. Since we did Alien versus Predator in the first one, we're going to be doing the 1886 Alien sequel against the Predator sequel, Predator 2, that came out in 1990. Now, with good old fashioned head to head, we're going to go ahead and go down different categories, and see which one of these films excels as a movie, story, characters, cast, visuals, music, sound, direction, and writing. Now, honestly, I just put it out there now. Aliens and Predator 2 are two of my favorite sci-fi horror films. They are some of my absolute favorites. They're up there like in the top 10. That's how much I enjoy these two films. Now, Alien is a follow-up to the 1979 film Alien, in which case, which is actually directed by James Cameron, and it picks up where Sigourney Weaver's character Ellen Ripley has to go to the planet where they encountered the alien the first time, because unfortunately a whole bunch of settlers there, they can't get in contact with them, so there could be a possible infestation. So she goes there with a whole bunch of Marines, and of course, good old fashioned 80s action. We get badassery the entire fucking movie. So that is the story for Aliens. And in Predator 2, we in LA and gangs are just running amok and just blowing shit up and shooting cops and everything. And of course, we have a predator that just comes down to LA and just gets to kicking everybody's ass. And it's up to one detective, Harrigan, who must figure out who the hell is doing all this killing and put a stop to them. Maybe not as flashy or theatrical as the premise of Aliens, but it's still a pretty good story. Now, honestly, I would definitely say in terms of story, and I love Predator to the death, I would say Aliens definitely has a better story this time around, because the story is expanded upon. And it's done well to the point where it is just an info dump. It's done to where you get to know more about this incredibly dangerous and mysterious species of extraterrestrial that just basically kills people. But in the film, it establishes, you get to see like a bit more of the life cycle, how how they all interact as just one big organism, you know what I'm saying, one big group, and it's just so revealing. Whereas, as much as I love Predator 2, as thrilling as it is, as action packed as the story is, as memorable as some of the moments are, it isn't as expensive or overly engaging with thrills and just, cool twist here and there. This film does Predator 2 doesn't have that type of twist, those type of twists in it. Yes, we do have a great moment at the end of the film where we get to see a bunch of predators and stuff, but it isn't on the same scale as what we see in Aliens. In the first Alien movie, you get one alien, and then you find out that a bunch of aliens have captured all of these people, made more aliens, and then there's a hive mind behind it because it's being in turn done by a queen, while other issues are going on the side. Which I can say, in both the films, there is a running plot of like a secret organization or a government organization or an organization in general that wants to capture both creatures. I will say that, but I feel just uh, Aliens definitely just has a more engaging, more action-packed story, and like I said, it has a lot of great thrilling twists to it. In Predator 2, not so much. Even though it is a great story, to some extent, it does feel somewhat of a rehash of the first movie, where this Predators comes in. Now, the overall environment is different, which I think just makes for an awesome setting, and it's really cool seeing this type of a creature interact in this type of setting. Not taking that away from the film, but just overall, I think the story is somewhat of a rehash of the first one. Yes, it's a whole totally different setting and scene, but I think Aliens just takes the concept that it drew off the first one and actually builds a bit more on it rather than somewhat just playing the same story from the first film. So in this one, I would definitely say that Aliens takes the cake. Sorry, Predator 2. I really enjoy the movies. Again, it's one of my favorite movies. But I will say the story I think this time around is Aliens. In terms of characters, I I have to freaking say Aliens, because the Marines, the same energy that you see from the elite Marines in the first Predator film, I feel that you get from you get these same characters too. They're they're rough around the edges, but they're fun. They have great moments, really good dialogue. They really have this interesting like relationships with one another. And then when the shit hits the fan, how they have to, what I'm saying, band together, and some freak out and some don't, and it's just they're, ready for action. You just really fall in love with these fucking characters. Predator 2, I like the characters. I just don't think that the film gives you enough time to actually see them interact with each other, especially concerning what is going on. Because by the end of the movie, Harrigan is really the only person that knows that there's a predator on the loose. Now, in the first Predator film, they all started figuring out, okay, there's this otherworldly creature that's hunting us. Just like after about 2 or 3 people died, like about half the crew died. You're like, okay, that's this otherworldly creature that's hunting us. But in this film, they're being hunted and they don't know that they're being hunted, which works for the story. But I think if there's, I think it does kind of take away from the characters because Harrigan's best friend, because they're all police officers, try to deal with these gangs and everything, and then this alien comes up. So of course they think it's another gang doing this stuff. But his friend, uh, Danny. Like Danny does not get a moment in this film like that. I, he's like what I'm saying. He seems like he's an interesting character, but you don't get to see him and Harrigan out, just chilling, trying to figure out trying to solve this case. You don't see him hitting the streets trying to solve this case. You don't see them at chilling for a beer or something like that. And I think that the film suffers because we don't have those little moments. Yes, because I guess they try to usher in this really fast pace, but I think it does affect because uh, Leona. I wanted to see a little bit more of what's going on with Leona's character as well. Unlike Aliens, Predator, and Alien, they're in the city that this predator is in their city, so you would actually get to see a bit more of their life. But you don't get to see that, unfortunately. Bill Paxton's character, Jerry Lambert, you don't get to see much about it. I think that's one of the things I think the film would have benefited more if it had gave us more time to see these characters, how they interact outside of the job, the stresses of their everyday life, and things like that. And even when it comes to aliens, despite everything that these characters been thrown into this situation, you see these moments between these characters. Um, you know what I'm saying? Uh, what's the guy's name? Hicks, when he interacts with the little girl, how he interacts with Ripley. You know what I'm saying? How I'm sorry, guys. I'm like just messing up these guys' names. Like Newt, you know what I'm saying? Hudson, how Hudson's talking shit, but how he relates to these other characters, how he freaks out and stuff like that. Ironically enough, Bill Paxton is in both of these movies. Bill Paxton is Jerry Lambert in Predator 2 and Private Hudson in Aliens. So he managed to get into both of these franchises. Good thumbs up to him for that. But yes, you know what I'm saying? I think that I like the characters from both of them, but I just think we get a better solid cast in Aliens, and I would have liked to seen more. I would have loved to seen more of the characters in Predator 2, but unfortunately we don't get that. So Aliens takes it for the characters. In terms of the cast, I would definitely say that these two movies are even. There's a lot. There's a fantastic cast. Some of the more prominent ones in my eyes that I'm more familiar with is, of course, Sigourney Weaver. Of course, we have Michael Biehn. Of course, we got Bill Paxton. Um, we have Lance Henriksen. Um, those are just like the big names that you'll see that you'll definitely know from this film. But of course, we have all the other fantastic supporting cast as well, and of course, Predator 2, Danny Glover. You know what I'm saying? Gary Busey. You got, of course, Bill Paxton. Uh, and there's a lot of really good talent in both of these films. So, in terms of this movie, as well as in Aliens, I say definitely performances and the casting are just fucking fantastic, done exceptionally well. So I'll go ahead and mark that down. Now, in terms of the visuals, and let's just get into this. Again, the overall setting of both of these movies are actually really good because it is set in a city. Predator 2 does not get overall. I mean, and yes, there's some great locations. But in terms of just like overall, just look like, yes, it's a good city and everything, but I would definitely be giving more attention towards Aliens because of the different. They're in this nuclear power terraforming nuclear plant that's terraforming the planet and everything. It feels so mechanical. It feels so lifeless. It feels so metal. You know what I'm saying? It feels so very dark and just desolate. It just has this very dark feel to it, which is done exceptionally well, especially consider the overall designs of the aliens themselves. The xenomorphs look fucking fantastic. If you thought the first one in the first film was just badass, these have more bony ridges on them and everything. They look bigger and they be hiding up in the walls and stuff, and just the way that they move and operate. And yes, there's some stiffness here and there with them, but they look fucking fantastic. The overall execution of these creatures in this film are just done exceptionally well, and it must be commended. Even like the way when they put the little black shit on the walls, the alien queen herself. Again, there's some stiffness here because of the puppeteering of that time, but it actually looks fucking fantastic. It's just done so well. Just everything about the movie, the character designs. Now, I will say this, which I never understood. Kind of like the military armor, military get up kind of looks stupid. Kind of like y'all space marines, so y'all be a little bit more armored up. You see how some of them have like some don't wear the helmets, and it's like even though you got the helmet on, the helmet don't really do shit anyway. It seems like, and some have the little strap, but the strap's loose. Like really, if I could say anything about the movie that was like it just looked off, it would probably be their uniforms. But outside of that, the ships and everything, the interior designs on them look pretty cool as well. Now, in some of the CGI more flashier sequences, yes, it looks funny. Yeah, you can tell it's dated and everything. And Predator 2 is a bit more grounded with that. Like the Predator overall Predator design looks fucking awesome. One of the best moments of this damn movie where it just truly shines is the part where he grabs Harrigan after Harrigan shoots him. He grabs Harrigan and tosses him to the side. He busts up the shot. The shot breaks the shotgun and looks at Harrigan, and he's stalking towards Harrigan, and you get to see like the way that its mandibles are just moving in conjunction with this growl, and then just the way it just looks overall. It just looks fucking fantastic. The CGI when it comes to like the plasma cannons is done a bit better. The invisibility is done exceptionally well. One of the best moments with the invisibility is when the predator lands in the alley to kill his gangster, and he lands on water, and he's walking through the water, and you can actually see like the footsteps and how the water is affecting his cloak and everything. It's just done really well overall. So uh, and even some of the more action-oriented sequences, the way the creature is using his abilities and everything is done exceptionally well. Uh, on scale, I will probably say Aliens is better, but at the same time, I cannot deny just how well Predator 2 was done in terms of the Predator overall Predator design and the cinematography of the city as well, because there are some great there's some great locations when Harrigan is fighting the damn predator on the rooftop, when Harrigan is fighting the predator in the spaceship. You know, the one sequence where the predator is attacking the Jamaican guys, that was done exceptionally well. That was a really good set pieces they had that sequence in. So in this movie, I would say visually, I would give it to both of them. Hell, even the fight in the little slaughterhouse was actually a great set piece. Um, in terms of the actual music, in terms of the music, I'm sorry, I love the score from Aliens, but I love Predator 2's music so just a not just a bit more. I love the music. I think it's just great. Those weird tropical bongo things are just awesome. I don't know what it is. Like I can actually see myself buying Predator 2 track, and it's a surprise I haven't done it yet. But when I get a chance, I'm gonna get it. And I would actually just sit there and just listen to it. I just think it's just beautifully done. I love the strong dark themes there are in Aliens. Thumbs up to two damn thumbs up to James Horner. And what has he done? Titanic. I don't remember really Titanic like that. So he's done some films. 48 Hours. Which I liked 48 Hours. I thought 48 Hours wasn't bad. Yeah. And he did, yeah, 48 Hours. Commando. Yeah, okay, Commando, Aliens, of course. He went on to do An American Tale. Never Before Time. He done did some stuff. Glory. Yeah, he done did some and that, The Rocketeer. Five Goes West. He done put in some work. Oh shit. I'm still Hocus Pocus. That's what I'm talking. Okay, he done did some. Let me get out of here because he done put some work in. Okay, so thumbs up to James Horner for what he has contributed to the Aliens films. Let's see who's done the Predator 2. We have Alan Silvestri came back for this movie. Honestly, like I said, it's just me, but I really enjoyed the Predator. I really enjoyed Predator in this movie as well. So when I'm going to go ahead and say Predator for this one. The overall sound, I okay, I'd have to give it to Aliens. There's literally I can't. There's literally no way I can't give it to Aliens. I love the way that the sound designed for Predator 2, but unfortunately Aliens with the overall setting, with the ships, with the weapons, with all of the alien creatures and everything, with the facility itself that they're just established in. You can't deny that the sound design for that movie is just done exceptionally well, and it's a lot more diverse than what we see in Predator. Unfortunately, but it is. So, and overall sound design, I would definitely give it to Aliens. Now, in terms of direction, I would definitely I would definitely say I'd say Aliens, because Aliens was directed by James Cameron, and James Cameron did a good job of blending science, action, and horror. He did a fantastic job blending the three with some elements of drama, some elements of horror, um, and it's just done so exceptionally well. It's so unique, and you can tell that this man definitely had a great care for the franchise because of what he has done, taking what was established and introduced in the first Alien movie and greatly expanding on it without it feeling cheesy, giving us interesting and great characters with, you know what I'm saying, good moments. He definitely has a great eye. So, in terms of the direction, I would definitely say that Aliens is a bit more solid than Predator 2. Yes, I like Predator 2. I think Predator 2 is a great movie, and it did a great job of fleshing out the Predator a little bit more. Actually, did flesh out the Predator more. It didn't reveal a lot more about the Predator, but it did flesh out the Predator a lot more. And I did like the cast and the characters, but I wish that there was a bit more emphasis on the characters than what we got. Also, a bit more before the Predator kind of jumps in on everything, because he just kind of jumps off from the go. There are some editing issues, and there are some things, some choice with the pacing. I think was, again, like I said, the pacing and the characters that I think is a little bit rushed, and could have been extended just a little bit more. But having said that, Aliens, I definitely want to give that to Aliens. So James Cameron takes it in terms of the direction. Now the writing, of course, again, I'm on the fence about. I do like the direction for Aliens. I do really appreciate the writing as well. Definitely some really memorable moments, as well as some really fucking memorable moments in Predator 2. And despite some of the little issues I had with the directing, and there are some issues with the writing that I wish could have been handled a little bit more, a little bit better. But I still think that, the writing is solid enough in Predator 2 to make it to make it a competitor against what was done and established in Aliens. Um, but I guess if I'm being realistic, I want to say both so bad, but I know that Aliens was a bit more balanced. Like I said, the dialogue was really good. The movie itself, with the way it was written really well. The creatures had a bit more exposition, and it fit and it sounded better. Overall characterization, the storytelling elements was just done exceptionally well. Pacing was done well. Predator 2 feels a little bit rushed. The characters aren't as strong as they could have been. Uh, Things just happen exceptionally fast. There's no moment to slow down and get to know the characters. Okay. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair. I am going to be fair. Aliens takes the win on that one. It does. I'm sorry, it does. It just fucking does. Ooh. Did I? I don't even remember. Did I say the Predator visuals? I'm going to go back and change what I said about the visuals. I think I said Predator, one in the visual category, but I'm going to say both. Yeah, I think no. Okay, I said both. Okay, okay. All right then. So me and my little setbacks. All right. The final verdict for Aliens versus Predator 2 is Aliens takes the win. Aliens has the most points. It comes out ahead. Um, I'm not. I'm not. It is a good. It is a good movie. Being fair, it is a better movie than Predator 2. But I still really enjoy both of these movies. Again, they are my favorite. Some of my favorite horror films, sci-fi horror films, and they are just fucking awesome. They are a great treat, a worthy sequels to their predecessors. So, all right, guys, in the comment section below, Let me know what your thoughts are on the video. Which one of these films you think is better, Aliens or Predator 2? Admittedly, a lot of people did not like Predator 2, but I don't give a fuck. Predator 2 is one of my favorite movies, and I think it's probably the best one out of all of them, next to the first film. But yeah, tell me which one is your favorite and tell me why. Also, be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got popping on this channel. And we'll definitely catch you guys later.